Il pleut comme vache qui pisse. One of my favourite French sayings. But still, we venture out. We venture out for a coffee date. We venture out for Vlogmas. We venture out for connection. Because it's very important. One of my biggest lessons from living here in Paris, and this year in particular actually, my word of the year is divine feminine. And this year I feel like I have truly become a person who does not rush. Not just as I'm really into slow living, that's the kind of life I want for myself, but a very clear identity shift where I'm someone who doesn't rush, and that's just who I am. Whether, you know, I miss a metro, that's fine, I'll get the next one. If a piece doesn't get finished on time, and that's okay. My best friend Liam came to stay this last weekend, and I kept saying it to him, that man marches around, and I kept saying to him, Liam, I don't rush, I'm in my feminine. The thing that I've noticed here in Paris as a cultural thing is that pleasure is not a treat. It's not something that has to be earned. It is a way of life, and it is very much expected. So today we're gonna go and meet my friend Mitali, another friend I know you're gonna love, for a coffee date at one of my favorite, most peaceful spots in Paris. We're gonna go down to Palais Royal and embrace a little bit of Parisian coffee culture. People just know how to slow down and enjoy the life here. You see?
We met in, oh my gosh, 3 or 4 months, 5, 6 months ago.
Yeah, we're quite new friends.
Winter, it was last.
No, it was in the spring.
Spring, oh my gosh.
Yeah. It was in the spring when we met. We met at a Substack.
At a Substack event. Hello, writer.
Yes. You write the most beautiful poetry.
All of your...
I will link to your Substack.
Oh, that's so kind, thank you.
For everyone, in case you want to go and read Mitali's beautiful poetry. But I was saying to everyone earlier, one of the things that I have, one of my biggest lessons about living here has been learning to slow down and not rushing. Because for me, like, I found that in French culture, pleasure is not to be earned, it's just expected. Yeah. You found the same?
I have. I think it's the best example I could actually give at this moment right now.
Yes.
Because I'm in my work break.
You are?
Like a work break. And, you know, we grew up in a culture where lunch, you get at your desk, where you don't really take a lunch. Mm-hmm. And to have intentional time with a friend in the middle of the day really it's not earned. It's supposed to happen.
Yeah. Swept up in it, right? Like, we just do it. Like, I come and meet you here on your lunch hour. This is what we do.
Or sometimes we run into each other.
Sometimes we run into each other because Paris is a lot smaller than what people think.
Which is just even more special too. Yeah. It's nice to have what feels like a more balanced quality of life.
Absolutely. Have you found making new friends here? How's it been for you?
You know, it's not easy.
No.
It really does require you to go out on what feels like a lot of first dates. You know, like it's kind of the same vibe. You're like,
it is.
Tell me about yourself. Like, what do you want me to know about you in the first meeting? But what I also find is everyone here has the same kind of curiosity and like appreciation for newness and challenge and change. Even if it's not long-lasting friendships, I feel like it's really easy to meet people, make friends, and then build towards, you know, with intention, the ones that you get along with.
I find that the initial connections are very easy to make. But it's those deeper, long-lasting connections that you have to put the effort in, right? Like what we're doing now.
Exactly.
You have to make the time.
Community also, community takes time. Relationship takes time. And because you're in a new place, it's like you want to meet people who are also building their lives here. Which is nice when you meet people who are really...
have that, we've always had that in common, and that's been really, really nice.
It's really lovely. I'm so glad we met.
Me too.
Really, it's...
Me too. I remember feeling very drawn to you energetically. The sort of second then. It was like, it just sort of happened very, very naturally.
It's so sweet. I feel like we met at a pivotal time in my life.
Aww.
And so I feel like, I mean, you've seen me through some things since then.
Yes.
The ups and downs and things, and I just am glad that you've actually been able to be a part of a lot of big things in my life in the last several months. So I think that also is what like deepens a friendship. Is it's hard to move to a new place. It is. But when you find people who show up, and I was obviously drawn to you as well, I think the friendship has been always easy and never felt superficial, which is really cool. Which is really, really nice. Can happen. You can make new friends. You can move countries. Make new friends, build new connections. This afternoon. Work's off. Work's off. I called them. I told them. She doesn't feel well. Love that. She needs to create for the rest of the afternoon. Bye bye. So nice to see Mitali. One of my favorite things about, you know, spending time with someone who you have good connection with, you have good conversation with, is that connection, that energy, that inspiration. It lasts throughout the rest of the day. Like for me, it really is an act of it's an act of self-care, you know, and it's so important. It's so important to make the time to enjoy that time, enjoy life. You know, it's okay to do that. It's what it's here for. But I hope you enjoyed the little coffee date. Hope you enjoyed day 3 of Vlogmas, and I will see you tomorrow. Before we go though, I am just going to take you to one of my favourite bookshops in Paris, because it is literally just around the corner. It's not an English one, it's a French one, but there's an English section, and I think you're going to love it.